Lockdown Reviews Retevis RT87 VHF UHF Handheld by Paul, Mike 0 Whiskey November Uniform, or 26 Charlie Tango 730 if you catch me on 11 metres and PMR 446.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Paul, Mike 0 Whiskey November Uniform, or 26 Charlie Tango 730 if you catch me on 11 metres and PMR 446. Now, well, you know we're locked down, so, and most of my plans so far have had to be scrapped because obviously of the coronavirus. So sort my chair back out of there, that was just a bit uncomfortable. So I thought, why not review some of the radios I own. I'm going to start this little series, which will say, well, we're in lockdown obviously, it'll fill in airtime that otherwise would have been used by rallies and such like. So I'll start with the Retevis RT87, which is a nice small compact radio. It's FM only and it's allegedly IP67 rated. So get with it. Battery has a bit of a rubber seal on it. I'm not sure if you can see the rubber seal, probably not, but it is there. The battery is 1200 milliamp hours. Well, I've had this radio a couple of years now and I have used it and I found it to be alright. It's pretty good. So there's a rubber seal around the battery contacts on the radio itself, which has a die-cast chassis inside. So put the battery back on. The antenna is removable. This one has the female SMA actually on the radio body, so that when the antenna is screwed in it should make some kind of waterproof seal. The only other radio I've seen so far that has the antenna arrangement like that I actually own is my Yaesu FT2D. That's coming in a later video. So got the keypad on the front and a small screen. The antenna's not too big either, but that's okay. It doesn't have the flashlight, has your PTT and your two programmable keys on the side. It's programmable in the programming software. Now this radio is rated to IP67 according to the blurb and the manual. So it doesn't take the standard Kenwood style headsets that you would expect. So you can't just use your Baofeng programming cable to program it. So what you would do, use these connectors on the side here. I'll just bring them in a bit. So basically the connector from the cable, I could show you that if I knew where the cable was. I did have the cable, but let's see, it should be over here. I think that's it there. Yes it is. That's the data cable for this radio, because you can see it's plugged into the computer, so I have programmed it. And it has on there the little brass pins. I'm not sure if you can see that, you might be able to see that. And on this side there's this screw which matches with the screw hole on the radio, and it goes on to there like that, and I'm going to screw it down whilst on camera. That's going to be fun. Yeah, so that's now connected to the radio, and your headsets and other accessories connect there as well. That's so that the water can be kept out of the radio. I do have another radio with this style connector on it, but it's a network radio. It's a Radio Tone RT3, but that's not waterproof in the slightest. So why it's got that on, I will never know. But that's another video for another day. Although I think I might have done one on that radio actually. I did one on this as well, but it seems to have, I think I might have deleted it from my channel by accident. So I've got the battery, speaker, microphone's in there somewhere as well. I've obviously not taken the radio apart, so I don't know. Little light on the top, little toggle between transmit and receive. And reasonably decent screen. At the moment I've got it in single VFO mode, or single channel mode in this case. I can put it into VFO mode. Then it picks up a lot of interference in here, that's annoying. And that's on the calling channel there, so that's single VFO. can monitor 2 at once. I'll set that up. I should have set that up before I started filming. Yeah, well, let me do that. So, but it has a menu system as well. So I'll go through the ones that you might need. There we go. So it can monitor 2 channels at once, although 2 frequencies at once, although it wasn't able to do that for some reason. So where was I? Yes, menu system. So get access to the menu on the radio, press the F button. Go to the first menu item. So first menu item, scan option. So just scan through everything till it finds something. At the moment that's just scanning through everything I've programmed into the radio till it finds something. It's just finding interference because there's a lot of it in here. For some reason this radio seems to be quite sensitive to them. Interference. Okay, got a Vox setting, so that's Vox level. This is between 1 and 8, was on 4. I'll show you that. But I don't use Vox on this radio. Transmit power high low. I believe this radio is about 5 watts, but I could be wrong. This is why I've got this. It's been a while since I've actually used it. So it's always good to check the information and double check. Here we go. Yep, 5 watts high, low. Low is 1 watt. Well, that's what they say. I've not actually properly measured it on a calibrated power meter, so it's not something I'm going to do today. Squelch level, which I have on the lowest setting, which is probably why a lot of noise is breaking through. Dual weight. If I can get to it without next one. So dual weight off. If I turn that on, it still hasn't done it. Still off. That's that. There you get your dual display. I have that turned off because GB3HG is forever being blanked out by noise in here. But that's not the reason why I can't hit it, because I can still hear it from here. But we'll come back to that later. So you get your dual VFO like that as well. Go back to channel selection and I'll turn the dual weight off. Okay. LED, that's just the backlight, so automatic, which it is at the moment. Brightness is the display brightness. Beep is the beeps on and off. I have that on. Not too bothered about that. Timeout timer off, that's self-explanatory, I have that turned off. Busy lock, basically you can't transmit while the channel's busy, which is no good if you're using a repeater. Vox on or off. Roger bleep, that will just get annoying, so I have that turned off. Dual watch, if you're operated radios you should know what that does. You can monitor 2 frequencies at the same time. So Voice, that's another annoying one. I always have that turned off, so I don't like the voice being on. Battery, you can have either an icon, which I have, or you can have it show the actual voltage. So if I go into there and I change that to voltage, it says that there's 7.1 at the top, that's the voltage. But I like to have a little battery icon, because it gives me an idea of what's what there. It's more visual representation, so it's either got charge in it or it hasn't, as far as I'm concerned. So I'll change it back. And the two programmable keys on the side, I haven't changed them. The first one's opt call, and the second one is 1750. I just woke up. Is the 1750 Hz tone burst for repeaters, which you don't really need much these days. Opens OPN set, that's basically, you can either have it set to a power on message, the voltage, or not at all. So if you have it off, yeah, I think it shows a graphic, but I can't remember. Off it shows nothing. Picture, it'll show a picture that you programmed in using the programming software. Message, it'll show a message that you've programmed in either from the radio or from the programming software, or the battery voltage, but we're not going to change that today. Power on message can be whatever you want. I've set it to my call sign, because that's pretty much standard of how I've got all my radios set, apart from a couple of my Chinese ones which I haven't touched recently. This is Chinese as well, by the way, let's point that out. Channel name show on, which is for when you're in channel mode. So that's why it's showing the names of the repeaters. Channel name, self-explanatory. Offset, that's showing 0, but the offset is set. And these are all to do with CTCSS, which is set here. Shift direction, in this case it's minus because it's negative 600. It's 25 kc steps on there, but I don't bother with the steps whilst in channel mode, only in frequency mode. Now the next important one, wide and narrow. That has to be set to narrow for most applications. Can't see any reason why it needs to be wide. Scan of CTCSS and DCS. Self-explanatory. Scrambler. I believe this one might be. But you don't need that, because it's not legal in amateur radio anyway to use a scrambler. APRO, I don't know what that one is. And back to scan again. So it's pretty much a menu driven radio. I won't go over the programming of it, because if I go over the programming of it, then that's just going to cover what other people have already done. I bought this radio in November 2018 off the back of a review done by Lewis M3HHY of Ringway Manchester, because he said good things about this, and I thought, good radio, and it's not too expensive. So I picked this one up off Amazon. It's still for sale on Amazon, although at this time of filming there might be a delay in getting it to you, longer than normal, because obviously with the COVID-19 situation, and Amazon are prioritising the essentials. So just bear that in mind. So an on-the-air test is not something I'm going to be able to properly do with it, although I am allowed exercise once a day, and I'm also allowed to be out for essential purposes, which would be picking up groceries and picking up medication. I actually do have to do a visit to the chemist today, so I might try and rig something up in the car to do a little test whilst I'm going between the car and the chemist's shop. So, because I obviously do have an antenna on the car, and therefore I can do that, and I have my tablet and my RTL SDR, so I can do something like that, and I can just show you the audio. If I do, I'll include it in the video, but if I don't, I don't. So, obviously, it's a good radio. worth the money I paid for it at the time, which I can't actually remember without looking at the order. You can probably put a different antenna on there, as long as you make sure you get an antenna that's got an SMA male connector on it. So it's the only antenna that fits. The antenna from the ACO FT2D does fit this to some extent, although I think the base of that one's slightly wider and might not fit in there as well. It is a good radio, and can actually show you this light on the top. So I'm going to just put it onto 446 channel 1 a moment while I do that. So for transmit, I know I shouldn't do this, but it's on low power and I'm in a house, that's fine. Red light, and receive. Should be a green light. I'm not sure if you can see that. I'll turn the switch back off. I don't have a quick way of getting into that. So that'll light red when you transmit, green when you're receiving. And it does have a signal meter. I'm not sure how accurate that is. So just bear with me 2 seconds. That's the signal meter there. And it lights the screen back up when it receives a signal. Five bars on that signal meter, but like I say, I'm not sure how accurate that is. It could just be there for just as a receive indication. So this radio, let's see, what would I give this? I'd give this one a 5 out of 5. Small, compact, and well, although I have not been able to do a proper audio test with it yet, I might be able to rig something up for you. So I will pause the video here and I will let you know if I'm actually able to rig something up, and you can probably see it working as I have a bit of a walk around the block with it. Or if I go to the chemist to pick up my prescription, I can do it there. Or I could just do the walk around the block anyway, like I was going to do. So I shall be back shortly. Right, so you join me in the car, and I've connected the RTL SDR, which is nearly like an SDR Smart, up to the roof antenna, and I'm going to use 145425, which I believe is S17. I'll find it. Yep, so I believe that's S17, but I'll double check against the FTM 400, which has got obviously not got the antenna on. We'll turn that off. So that's Radio 5 Live. We don't want that on my video. And we're looking for the 145425. Take 2 seconds to find that. S17, yep, as I thought. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my once a day exercise to do this little test. I'm going to hit this thing against the Baofeng UV5R. Because why not? Turn that off because I don't need that on. So first thing I'll need to do is I'll need to set the RTL SDR machine recording. So still 145425, yes we are. So what I'll need to do is I'll need to start the recording. I'm not sure if I can do this way. That what I'm looking for. Flashback. Oh! Yeah, one of the problems with this tablet is you can't disable the trackpad gestures, so, you know, I'll keep this on there for a minute. So I'll get that set up for you now. Okay, so that window is now being recorded. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my once a day mandated exercise and test the radios, because it's the only way I'm going to be able to do it. Because I can't do it from the hilltop back to wherever. And I can't drive anywhere, so I've held the power onto that with the power bank. So I've got UV5R and the RT87. I'm going to pit the two radios against each other. So one there, one there. Both on the same frequency. Both have similar size antennas. So obviously the first thing I want to do is check the frequency isn't in use. So it's in scan mode for some reason. So, and I'm on the wrong frequency now. In scan, it won't stop scanning. There we go. Just need to knock the squelch off temporarily while I do that. Apologies about the beeping, because I'm trying to find the squelch settings on this radio. There we go. Is this frequency in use, please? Mike 0 Whiskey November uniform. Is this frequency in use, please? Mike 0 Whiskey November uniform. I'll take that as a note. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to the bottom of the street, so I'm allowed to do that, and just pop behind the houses, but I'm going to do a couple more tests between the car, which is there, and the rest of the street. There's a taxi there, so just be careful I don't get run over by it. Right, so there used to be a payphone just down here, but it looks like OpenReach have removed it, obviously because of the coronavirus. So that used to be one of my test points, actually, and it was listed as one of my test points for the handheld CBs when I do them on their proper test route when I'm allowed back out again. But unfortunately, with the payphone gone, I'm going to have to rename that on my little spreadsheet. So this is similar to a technique done by Noxyman G7LNK. If you have a look at his channel, he does something similar to this, except he goes a little bit further away and has a higher antenna than I do. So, and I'm actually holding the phone camera thing today with the tripod. So that's where the phone box used to be. There's a cat there. Let's see what happens. So, hello, kitty cat. Never mind. The cat on the channel. Yeah, what YouTube channel wouldn't be complete without cats? Well, let's go for this one first, and I'll put the SDR results in afterwards. Mike 0 Whiskey November uniform testing Retevis RT87. Okay, there's another cat, the black one. Yeah, gotta love cats. And I'll do the same with the Baofeng UV5R. Mike 0 Whiskey November uniform testing Baofeng UV5R. Okay, back in a minute. Mike 0 Whiskey November uniform testing Retevis RT87. Mike 0 Whiskey November uniform testing Baofeng UV5R.
yeah, I think I'll add some more cats to the video. The black one just over by the fence there, not sure if you can see it. There you go. And then there's the other one just there, look. I think they're trying to have a bit of a fight. Well, the black one's not interested in a fight. Yeah. About time I added some cats to my videos. Should I get a cat? My wife's got one. You know? Yeah, a cat would be nice to have, but I think I'll wait till after the pandemic, because obviously right now it's going to be a bit complicated to look after one. Have a good day, kitties.
Right guys, I'm back from my once a day walk, and conclusions I can gather from that. I did lose some of the footage from the RTL SDI recording end because for whatever reason, although I'd used a power bank to hold the tablet on, the power bank detected no load, went to sleep, and therefore that turned the tablet off when I tried to do the second test run behind the house to see how well it would actually perform. So that bit's not included. But the audio tests I gathered from the radios is that the RT87 has much louder audio than the Baofeng UV5R. Deviation's a wee bit better on that. UV5R seems to be a wee bit on the quiet side. Whether that's the positioning of the microphone inside or what it is, I don't know, but certainly from what I saw there, the FM deviation on the RT87 is definitely much better, and therefore nicer audio. Ooh, that's the file exported that you will be seeing, that you'll have already seen in the video, because I'll also be chopping it up and editing it. So, Retevis RT87. Would I recommend buying one? Well, there goes the back off my chair. Would I recommend buying the Retevis RT87? Yes, I would. You drop it in a puddle, it's got good audio, you take it out in a rainstorm, and, you know, it seems to perform well. I'm going to do a proper range test on that one when I am finally allowed to go back out and do such thing. So I'll obviously follow that one up. So I'm going to keep doing these little videos, these lockdown reviews. So keep watching the channel for those, because obviously we're going to be in this lockdown for a bit longer. I know they're going to review it on Monday, but I don't think we're going to be coming out of it anytime soon. And, you know, so I hope you enjoy this video, and also the bonus cat features that are in this video. I don't normally include cats, but yeah, there are bonus cat features in this video. There are kitties, and kitties are always good, because kitties. Yeah, right, so this is Paul Mike 0 Whiskey November uniform, 426 Charlie Tango 730 if you catch me on 11 metres and PMR 446. And I'll catch you on the next little lockdown review. So, or whatever video I happen to do next, I don't know what I'll be doing next. So, 7-3 for now, and I'll catch you in the next one. And stay safe, guys. Look after yourselves and all those around you, and watch out for that bloody virus. You don't want to get it, trust me. And also, to our Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, you get well soon, mate. We need you. Get back to Downing Street and get back to work as soon as you feel better. 7-3s for now, guys.
Don't forget, you can subscribe to this channel and ring the bell to be notified of new videos as I upload them. 73s from Paul, Mike 0 Whiskey November uniform, or 26 Charlie Tango 730 on 11 metres and PMR 446.